Oh, hi. I didn't know you were coming so early. I was just rereading my journal before we closed it out together. You don't know how to close out your journal? Well, what do? Do you just like write into it until it's over and then go get a new one? Word. I respect that. That's incredibly valid. Me, I like to energetically close it. How do I do that? Dude, it's super easy. So, first thing I like to do is make it an experience. Whether that's lighting an incense, candles, making myself some tea, journaling shouldn't feel like work. Journaling should feel freeing. Journaling should feel like a way to really express how you feel and get it out on paper. I think journaling intimidates some people because they don't know how to be vulnerable with other people and they don't know how to be vulnerable with themselves. And I feel like a lot of people read a journal or write in their journal like somebody's going to pick it up and read it. And when you are journaling, I want you to know that that is your safe space. And people that are going behind your back and reading your journal or invading your privacy do not deserve to be around you, do not deserve to be in your energy. Okay. If you've never written, she's always like this. Okay. Okay. Stop. If you've never written in a journal before, I want you to give yourself, thank you. I want you to give yourself the ultimate freedom to be who you want to be, to express yourself how you want to express yourself. I don't want you to be held back by any limitations or limiting beliefs. I want your journal to feel like you. So when you're ending your journal, then I want you to just really show yourself some gratitude. Show yourself some gratitude for all the hard work that you have been doing. And show yourself some compassion for all of your trials and tribulations. I think being intimate with yourself on such a spiritual and emotional level is really gratifying, but it's also very it's also very projectile for setting you in the next chapter or the next phase. And I feel like the more you express yourself and the easier it becomes because you're doing it so often, you can almost kind of see where you want to go, if that makes any sense. I hope it does. I feel like I'm rambling. Maybe it's the matcha. Oh, I see 333. I've been trying to be more earthy lately and trying to slow down and just be present and be here now where I'm at. And I will admit that sometimes I don't want to say it's self-sabotage because that feels really harsh, but sometimes I notice that I feel like expressing myself and I don't know how to do it, but I won't write in my journal. And then I'll look back and just have all this pent-up aggression or sadness that I'm not releasing. Amen. That I'm not releasing. And I see how much that affects my health on a day-to-day. So I hope this advice or this video has been helpful in any way, shape, or form. So first thing you're gonna wanna do, let me show you. I gotta pull them out. If your journal has a pocket, I like to put old memorabilia in that. If you have pictures of people you lost contact with, or not contact, but touch with, people that you are no longer an energetic match for, X's, anything like that. I like to collect all that and put it in the pocket of my journal. That way, if I ever decide to look back at it, I have all my thoughts, all my pictures, all my memorabilia. Because sometimes you don't want to throw away pictures of people you used to be friends with, but you don't want to look at them every day. So you take them off your fridge and you put them in your journal. I also like to use the last few pages to not only thank my journal, but thank myself and reaffirm myself of some of the topics that I noticed myself working a lot through while I was writing. I like to thank the journal for holding space for me. I like to thank myself for being so vulnerable with me. And another thing I like to do is, throughout my whole journal, is just write my angel numbers that I've been seeing a lot as I'm writing. That way, if I'm noticing a lot of 555 and I'm like, oh, I just lost my job, oh, I just got a new apartment, like I'm watching how much change is happening, and I'm reaffirming it when I'm seeing that specific angel number. It's super helpful. But what I like to do before I even get to the writing is I grab my journal, I grab a non-THC or CBD herbal pre-roll. This is my own special blend. If you want a video about that, just let me know in the comments below. And then I grab a drink of choice. Today it is a black chai tea latte with oat milk. So good. I got some candles lit, and I am just going to go back through my journal and just reminisce. This page specifically always gets me because on one side I wrote F you to everybody that's ever betrayed me, hurt me, misled me, didn't respect me, and then on the other side I wrote I love you, where I transmuted that hate into love. And I think if you are using your journal to be really vulnerable with yourself, you have to allow yourself to transmute that energy, because you don't want to carry that on with you when you start your new journal, which I will be making a video about how to start a new journal, how to prepare your new journal. When I started this journal in 2021, I really didn't have that many expectations for what the journal would be. I printed out this picture. It says 444 encouragement, and then on one page I wrote a whole bunch of artists that I was listening to, or people that I really vibed with. That way, when I like to reminisce, instead of reading some of the stuff that I put in here, I can always go back to the art and look at the art, look at the artist, and reminisce that way. Another thing that I like to do is allow myself to have fun in my journals. Like, even when I'm going back and reading it while I'm still writing in it before I fill it up, I like to add color, like I did on this page, or add stickers, or even doodles like that. When I first started journaling in general, I would never give myself space or permission to draw in my journal, and I would notice myself writing in my journal like it's for somebody else to read. And why am I doing that? Whoever's reading my journal does not have permission from me to be reading my journal, and they do not respect me or my boundaries. So I was always trying to make sure I'm being as vulnerable and as honest with myself as I can. But I would like to doodle little pictures, anything like that, because the journal is supposed to be my safe space. Like, I put pictures of people that I am friends with or no longer friends with in here. I allow myself to doodle, to try new things. Like, your journal doesn't have to be like this super serious space where you can't have any fun. Your journal is supposed to hold all your thoughts, all your ideas, all your breakthroughs, your gratitude list, things you want to do. Like, it doesn't need to be this super complicated experience. So as you're rereading through your journal, I just want you to give yourself a hug, because baby, you made it. This is who you were and the time span that you had this journal. And that's also another thing. The last few pages, I will read to you what I wrote, but I also like to put a song, just one song, that signifies the next chapter of my life, like where am I going? And when I was doing this, FKJ just came out with his new project, and so the song is FKJ New Life. It's a beautiful song. But some little art pieces in here. I have songs that I've written in here. All right. All right. And this is gonna be really vulnerable, and I want to appreciate you for sharing this space with me that we have right here, so I feel safe enough to share this with you. I haven't really been smoking weed. It feels okay. Sometimes it feels like a distraction. Lately, I'm overstimulated. I got mad today because I spent $30 of the $37 in my bank account on fucking ice cream. Self-sabotage. I was annoyed that my mom kept being so negative and old shit keeps surfacing when my parents felt the need to read my diary. When my mom opened my rejection letter, I felt embarrassed. I feel like I put a lot into how my parents acknowledge my achievements, but I acknowledge my progress. I'm proud of myself. I love how much room I'm allowing myself for my emotions. I'm so deep, sensitive, artistic, open-hearted, genuine, and it's fucking amazing. I'm so in love with life and my journey, and I allow myself to feel how deep I feel. I cry when I feel like crying. I laugh, smile when I feel like doing so, and tap into flow. When I'm angry, hurt, frustrated, I no longer try to push down or project. I do not let little things bother me. I acknowledge my feelings and process peacefully. I love all the ways I express myself. I moved in on a new moon and am now finishing a journal on a full moon. I can do it all. Thank you, journal, for holding space for me. Thank you for all the ideas you helped create. My body is beautiful. My brain is brilliant. I am that girl. I am that bitch. And even when I'm not that girl, I'm that dude. My music heals, uplifts, and inspires. My music expresses the depth of my emotions. I love expressing myself. I step into my truth. I am no longer stopped by fear or other people's perception of me. I see me for the confident, amazing, beautiful woman I am. I am smart, creative, rich, financially free, expressive, intuitive, sensual, fresh, spunky, and a multidimensional creatrix. Thank you for showing me all I could be. God, use me. I use this journal to accept my progress. Thank you. I leave all fear and doubt behind. There is no room for doubt or fear in my mind or heart anymore. I have room for love, light, creativity, passion, truth, family, loyalty in my heart. I allow myself to speak through song and poem. And that was it. And so what I would like to do with you guys now is just a little meditation. And it's not going to be long. We're just going to close our eyes until it feels good. And we are going to say thank you. We're going to energetically put all the pain and love that we felt in this journal into this journal, so we can create space for new love and new light and new ideas to come in. Let me take a sip of this before we get to it. I already got my incense going. So I just want you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again. Out through your mouth. And I want you to think about all the hardships that you have gone through in the past years, so however long it took you to write this journal. Think about some of your lowest lows and your highest highs that you have experienced. And I want you to take a huge inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to release all that into the journal. Relax your shoulders. Allow all that tension that you have been holding on to be carried and flown into the journal for safekeeping. And whenever you're ready, open your eyes with gratitude. I feel a little emotional. It's okay if you do. If you want to cry, that's okay. Sometimes it's hard to process a lot of your emotions, and sometimes it's even harder to give yourself the say-so or the permission to feel your emotions. But you are allowed to feel the depth of all of your emotions. If you want to cry, cry. If you want to laugh, laugh. If you want to scream out, thank God, do it. Because this next chapter of your life, or whoever you decide to allow yourself to become through your next journaling experience, you can always look back and see where you came from and how much growth you've had. If you made it this far in the video, I want you to leave me an orange heart or any book emoji in the comments. I would love to see your beautiful, sexy, brilliant, bright, wondrous self here on this page more often. It's fun over here. It's real over here. And sometimes, you just need a break. Sometimes you need permission or to be reminded that it's okay to feel what you feel. But I'm thinking about you always. And be on the lookout for my video on how to start your new journal. There's a new moon coming soon. I think it's coming next Tuesday from the time that I've made this video. So we will be starting that journal process together. I love you guys very much, and I'll see you in the next video.